My my dog is laying on the mat. So it'll be
Aw,
interesting no matter what we do.
dog yoga.
Yeah, yeah. She has a big tongue and she likes to lick, so it's not as fun as it seems. Have you practiced before?
Not on a regular basis.
Okay,
Yeah. So it's been a
no
little while.
problem. It's a flow style class today, so we will be up and down, but it won't be anything super rigorous. We'll do a nice long warm up and then a nice long cool down. You should feel energized at the end of class.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. We can make dinner. Are you going to join with us? Your name is Lisa, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
How are you?
This is Simone. She's 8.
Oh, hi, Simone. 8 is such a fun age.
It is. No.
Why not?
No.
Why can't we play this one?
Because I'm not out there. You have to wait until Dad gets home.
We watch TV.
Are you going to join us?
Do you want me to?
Do you want to?
Let me go get a scrunchie for my hair.
Brilliant. Hi, Denise. Welcome.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. How are you today?
Oh, I'm okay. But I'm on my phone, so can you see me or you
I
can't see
cannot
me, can
see
you?
you. It looks like the camera's off. But if you
Oh,
tap the little, like if you look, there might be
Oh,
like a little video camera. There you go. Welcome.
woke up from a nap. I'm ready for yoga though.
Yay, that's so exciting. So today is going to be a flow style class. Modify as you need to, and I'll offer modifications. We will work a little bit harder than we did in like the yin classes that we did for the last couple of times, but this is an accessible class for everybody. Hey, Diane.
Okay, I'm gonna mute myself.
Sounds good, and I mute everybody as well. We're gonna go ahead and get started. Let's start in child's pose. So for child's pose, you'll come onto your mat. This is my dog Bonnie. She's joining us today, I guess. You're gonna come onto your mat. Take your knees a little bit wide. Drop your seat to your heels and drop your forehead towards your mat. Arms are right out in front of you. Take a big, deep, full breath in. And then open your mouth, let something go. Big breath in. Open mouth, let it go. One more time, inhale. Open mouth, sigh out. And now seal your lips. Breathe in through your nose. And breathe out through your nose. What you want to start to create on your mat is what's called Ujjayi breath or victorious breath. So you want a slight constriction in the back of your throat. Your breath should feel like you're trying to blow out birthday candles or fog up a mirror. And it sounds a little bit like a wave moving in and out. So there's some force behind the breath. Take stock. Notice where your body might feel a little tight, crunchy, pinchy, maybe a little bit, I don't know, not quite where you want it to be. And then as we move through practice today, notice how that changes. Be curious about what you can give up or let go of in your physical body. Take a big breath in, and on your breath out, walk both hands over to the left side of your mat and stack your right hand over your left. So you're working into a side stretch on the right hand side. With every inhale, notice your right ribs expand. And with every exhale, let go of something else. Let go of thoughts that you don't need to take with you. Let go of physical tension you might be holding. Let go of judgments for yourself or your practice. On your inhale, walk your hands back through center. And then exhale, walk them over to the right hand side. Stack your left hand over your right. And breathe expansion into your left side body. Inhale to center, and then lift up to tabletop. Stack your shoulders over your wrists, your hips over your knees. Hug the pit of your belly in and lengthen from your sits bones all the way to the crown of your head. Just reach your sits bones back, the crown of your head forward. And then start to move into cat-cow. So as you inhale, drop your belly, look up. And as you exhale, round your spine, look back. Breathe in. Breathe out. Just move at your own pace with your own breath. Working on warming up the core. So as you exhale, think about hugging the pit of your belly in to activate your muscles. Two more full rounds of breath. Inhale. And exhale. One more, breathe in. And breathe out. Inhale, come back to your flat back, neutral spine. Reach your right hand straight forward, bicep by your ear, and your left leg straight back. So this is a balance pose. Hug the pit of your belly in and have grace and compassion for yourself if this is challenging to keep upright. If you want a little bit more, you can lift your right toes up off the mat. So you're balancing on your hand and your knee. And kind of rock and roll with the flow. Tip forward, tip back, whatever occurs. Breathe in. Breathe out, hands and knees down. Breath in. Breath out. And then switch. Reach your left hand forward, bicep to ear. Right leg straight back. Hug your belly in and up. And then stay here or lift your left toes for a little extra challenge. And then don't worry about how messy it looks. Let go of that little bit of judgment that might be coming up. It's okay for your practice to be messy. Breathe in. Woo, breathe out, hands and knees down. Inhale. Exhale. On your inhale, reach your right hand up to the ceiling. Open your chest to the side edge of your mat. And then exhale, thread the needle. Slide your right hand behind your left arm. Drop your right shoulder and your right temple to the mat. So this is a little twist. Stretches out behind your shoulder blades. Big breath in. Big breath out. Fill up. And empty. One more inhale. Exhale, let it go. And then inhale, reach your right hand back to the ceiling. Exhale, place both hands down to the mat. Inhale, reach your left hand to the ceiling. Exhale, thread the needle, slide your left hand through your right. Drop your left shoulder and your left temple to the mat. Big breath in. Full breath out. Inhale, reach your left hand back up. Exhale, both hands to the mat. Spread your fingers out wide. Curl your toes and lift your hips for downward facing dog. Now, if this works for you, like if this feels good, if there's no sharp shooting, stabbing, or tingling, stay here. If this doesn't work for you, no problem. Come back to your tabletop pose. It's perfect right here. You can even walk your hands forward a little bit to lengthen out your front side body and drop your chest a little closer to the mat. This is great. It's a great modification for down dog. Take a breath or two, pedal out your feet. Maybe your hips or heels really easily reach the floor. Maybe not. Maybe it's really easy for you to straighten out your legs. Maybe a bend gives you more access in the pose. There's not a right way or a wrong way to be in your downward facing dog. There's just your body's way to be in it. So again, we come back to dropping judgments about right and wrong and how that relates to our practice, our body, and our way of being in the world. On an inhale, lift your heels, and on your exhale, bend your knees a lot. Walk your feet up to your hands. Take as many steps as you need. Arrive with your feet hips width distance apart. Again, big bend in the knees. Grab opposite elbows. Let your head hang heavy for ragdoll. Oh, Bonnie is so excited. It's like 80 some degrees inside my house. We don't have central air and I am sweating like just from existing. And so she's so excited because I taste salty. Breathe in. And breathe out. One more inhale. On your exhale, release your hands down. On your inhale, lift halfway. So reach the crown of your head forward and your sits bones back. It's just like we did in tabletop, except you're on your feet. Breathe in. Breathe out, forward fold. Drop the crown of your head towards your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Reach. Exhale, forward fold, bow. One more time, just like that. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. And now on this inhale, rise all the way up to stand. Reach your arms to the ceiling. Look up. And then exhale, take your left wrist and reach over to the right. Stick your left hip way out to the side, big side body stretch. Inhale up to center, and then exhale, switch directions. Stick your right hip way out, big old side body stretch to the other side, good. Inhale up to center, cactus your arms, lift your chest to the ceiling and drop your head back. So take a little back bend. Expand your chest. Inhale, reach back up to the ceiling, and exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise, extended mountain pose. Speeding up just a little bit, one breath per movement. Reach all the way up to the ceiling. Exhale, reach right. Inhale, center. Exhale, reach left. Inhale, center. Exhale, cactus arms, bend back. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Extended mountain pose, hands all the way up to the ceiling. Yeah, good. Exhale, go right. Inhale, center. Exhale, go left. Inhale, center. Exhale, forward fold. This time on your inhale, halfway lift. And on your exhale, plant your hands and step to a high plank. So step your feet straight back. And then go ahead and drop your knees to the mat. So rather than being in a tabletop where your hips are stacked up over your knees, in this pose, modified high plank, your hips are in front of your knees. So you're nice and long through your torso. Take a big breath in. Shift your shoulders a little bit in front of your fingertips. And as you exhale, hug your upper arm bones in. Bend your arms 90 degrees, low plank. Inhale, lift your chest, upward facing dog. And then as you exhale, come through tabletop, curl your toes, downward facing dog. So you can stay at tabletop with a little extension through your upper body, or you can lift up to your hands and your feet to make an upside down V shape like downward facing dog. Knees can be straight or bent. Spread out your fingers and press the pads and the knuckles of your fingers down. And then if your elbows are really locked, bend them a little bit. That's to protect your wrists and protect your joints and work your muscles in your body. Big breath in. Exhale, let it go. Walk your feet all the way up to your hands. I'm going to come back and face you again. Walk your feet all the way up to your hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, extended mountain pose, reach up. Exhale, reach right. Inhale, center. Exhale, reach left. Inhale, center. Exhale, go back, back bend. Inhale, reach up to the ceiling. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, come to your high plank. Now you can stay up on your toes if you wish, but I'm gonna go ahead and drop my knees. Inhale, shift your shoulders forward. Exhale, low plank. If you stay on your toes, it's the same movement. Inhale, up dog. You're just adding more weight to your arms. So exhale, downward facing dog. So if your arms are like really super duper strong, if your core is really super duper strong, feel free to take on the added challenge today. Big full breath in. Exhale, empty all the way out. Feet to hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, extended mountain pose. Come all the way up. Reach up. Exhale, reach right. Inhale, center. Exhale, reach left. Ooh, feels so good. Inhale, center. Exhale, bend back. Inhale, reach to the ceiling. And then exhale, forward fold. We'll run through that whole flow all the way back to down dog one more time. So inhale, half lift. Exhale, plant your hands, high plank, either on your toes or on your knees. Breathe in, shift forward. Breathe out, low plank. Inhale, up dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Big breath in. Big breath out. Now's a good time to take another check-in with how you're feeling in your body. Where are things looser than when you started? Where are you feeling more ease? Where are you experiencing the work, the effort of the practice? Take one more big full inhale. Big full exhale. On your inhale, prepare. So I like to lift up my heels a lot. On your exhale, bend your knees a lot and then walk up to your hands. See if you can make it in one step. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. This time we're gonna sit back to chair pose. So sink your hips like you're about to have a nice little seat. Reach your arms to the ceiling. Pull your shoulders straight back. So if this is a lot for you, just lift higher up in your legs. If you want more work, sink deeper. Likewise, if this is a lot on your shoulders, bring your hands to heart center. This is a great way to take on the pose. Yeah, beautiful. Breathe in. Breathe out, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, high to low push-up. So step back, drop your knees. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, lower halfway. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Bonnie's doing her best lazy dog. That's her favorite pose. On your next inhale, bring your right foot forward. So you can take a couple of steps to get there, but bring your right foot between your hands. Drop your left knee to the mat. And then inhale, reach your arms to the ceiling. It's hot in my house. Oh my word. Breathe in and breathe out. One more inhale. On your exhale, bring your hands down, frame your right foot, send your right leg back, and we'll flow. So high plank to low plank to up dog, breathe in. Downward facing dog, breathe out. And then same thing, other side. Step your left foot between your hands. Drop your right knee. Inhale, reach your hands up to the ceiling. Good. Big breath in, breath out, hands to the mat. Yeah, nice modification. Bring your hands to heart center if it's a lot in your shoulders. Flow through high plank, low plank, up dog, downward facing dog. Big breath in, big breath out. Let's go ahead and drop back into child's pose. So take your knees out wide towards the edges of your mat. Drop your seat to your heels, forehead down. Reconnect to your breath. Notice the vitality in your body. So your breath moving, your heart pumping. Notice if you feel rising energy. On your next inhale, lift to tabletop. Exhale, downward facing dog. On your inhale, make your way back to modified crescent. So step your right foot between your hands, drop your left knee to the mat, reach your arms to the ceiling, or cactus or hands to heart center, wherever you are is perfect. Now think about widening your stance. So I'm scooching my right foot forward so that I can lengthen out my back thigh. I like a really deep hip flexor stretch. So I try to get really nice and long in my stance so I can get a big stretch through my back leg. If that does not feel good to you, no sweat. Keep your stance short so that your legs are both more towards 90 degrees. Stay with your breath. So always coming back to Ujjayi breath. That slight constriction through your throat. Take one more inhale. On your exhale, bring your left hand to the mat and reach your right hand to the ceiling. Dragonfly twist. So this might feel like a little bit of a stretch through the outside of your right hip. It might feel like a stretch through your spine, depending on where you're more or less flexible in your own body. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more inhale. Exhale, both hands to the mat. Sit your hips back for a half split. So your left hip comes back towards your heel. Mine doesn't come all the way down, that's okay. Your right leg comes straight. If yours does come all the way down, like if this works for you, that's really good too. And then if you need more of a stretch through your right hamstring, grab for your right toes with your left hand. Good. Stay with your breath. Take one more inhale. Exhale, let it go. Inhale, make your way back forward. And then bring your right leg back. Come to down dog. Big breath in. Big breath out. Inhale. And exhale. On your next inhale, low crescent lunge, left side. So left foot steps forward between your hands. Drop your right knee to the mat. Inhale your arms up to the ceiling. So again, play around here. You may discover that your body needs different sensations from side to side. So your left hip flexor might be really tight, and so a shorter stance makes more sense, but maybe your right hip flexor is really open and loose, and so you can come a little wider. I think there's this misconception that yoga is supposed to be like identical from the left side to the right side, and everything's supposed to be very symmetrical. But our bodies are not symmetrical. We don't use our bodies in the same way from side to side. We all kind of stand with our hip out to one side or with our weight in one leg. And so if your yoga practice has to be different from side to side to accommodate your own body mechanics, that's just fine. Breathe in, breathe out, dragonfly twist. Right hand down, left hand high. There's just another judgment to drop about what yoga is or it's supposed to be, or what your body's supposed to be like, or what your practice is supposed to be like. Big breath in, breath out, both hands down, sit back for your runner's lunge, or sometimes this is called half split. If you want more, grab your left toes with your right hand. So my dog is like glaring at me because I'm ruining her nap time, but honestly, I just feel like she's asking for this by choosing to lay right here. Take one more breath in, breath out, bring your hands back down to the mat, come forward, and then bring your left leg back, curl your toes, downward facing dog. Big breath in, big breath out. Inhale and exhale. One more inhale. On your exhale, walk your feet up to your hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair pose. Now maybe chair feels really good with your legs close together. This is my preferred way to take chair, but maybe your chair feels better with your legs hips width distance apart. Try it on and see for yourself what you like. Take a big breath in, and then on your breath out, bring your hands together at heart center and twist towards the right. So you want to hook your left elbow. You can hook it on your left knee, or if you are able, you can hook it on your right knee to twist open to the right. I'm gonna bring my feet back together. That's more comfortable for me. Look up over your right shoulder. Take a big breath in, and then breath out, forward fold. Let your head hang really heavy. Like maybe you nod yes, and then shake your head no, and then shake your head side to side. Just relax your neck, unclench your jaw. And then on an inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. And inhale, chair pose. And then exhale, chair twist to the other side. So either hook your right elbow on your right knee or hook it on your left. Spin your chest towards your thumb knuckles and look up over your left shoulder. Big breath in. Breath out, forward fold. Relax and release. Let everything go. Take a generous bend in your knees, and then on an inhale, one vertebrae at a time, roll up to stand. It might take more than one inhale to get all the way up, and that's okay. Last to lift, roll your shoulders down and back, lift your chin parallel to your mat, good. I love doing that. I always feel like I grow about 10 inches. I'm only 5'3", so any inches are appreciated. All right, let's go ahead and move into a balance pose. So we're gonna take tree pose. I want you to spread out your 10 toes. So lift your 10 toes, spread your 10 toes, and then place them right back down on the mat. Now shift your weight into your left leg and lift your right foot so that you come on your toes. Turn your knee out to the side. You can bring your toes and your foot right into your ankle. You can lift your right foot up to your calf, or you can lift your right foot all the way up to your inner thigh. You can basically be anywhere on your leg, above or below the knee joint. And then bring your hands together at heart center once you've found your balance. Hug the pit of your belly in. Take your gaze, your drishti, to something in front of you that's not moving. That's a trick for balancing, is to pick something and like laser focus look at it. If you feel really steady and you want to add on, reach your hands up to the ceiling. Take one more breath in, and then breath out. Make your way back down to the mat. You can shake out your left leg, your left foot. And then come back to stand. Lift your 10 toes, spread your 10 toes, and place them back down on your mat. Shift your weight into your right foot. Come up onto your left toes, turn your knee out to the side, and either come to your ankle, your calf, or your thigh. And then bring your hands to heart center. You may notice that you've got way more steady balance on one side than the other. Today's a little surprising for me. Normally, balancing on my left leg is more steady than balancing on my right, but today is opposite day at my house, I guess. When you're ready, reach your hands up. Keep your eyes locked onto your point of focus. Stay breathing. Take one more big inhale, and then exhale, make your way back down. Shake out your right leg, good job. Inhale, reach both arms up to the ceiling. Exhale, forward fold, and then drop your seat to your mat. Roll all the way down to your back. So keep the soles of your feet planted on the mat, but let your torso just get super heavy. Again, you can rest your hands next to you, or if you want to notice and acknowledge the vitality in your body, I like to rest one hand on my belly and one hand on my heart. I like to feel my heartbeat in my chest, feel how strong my heart is. I like to feel my breath, have a physical feeling of my breath moving into my belly and out. It reminds me to cultivate gratitude for all that my body does for me. Maybe it doesn't do things exactly the way I want it to. Maybe it's not the body I had at 18, but it still takes pretty good care of me. And so I'm grateful. Take one more big breath in. Exhale, let it all go. Rest your arms at your sides. Split your feet hips width distance apart and walk your heels back as close to your seat as you can get them. Like maybe you can even tap your Achilles tendon with your fingertips. And then on your next inhale, press your feet down so much that your hips lift up off the mat for bridge pose. Maybe your hips lift really high and this is super easy for you. Maybe this pose is not super easy for you. Wherever you're at is exactly where you're meant to be. One more big breath in. Breath out, lower down to the mat. I got no idea what's happening. Oh my goodness. Breath in. Breath out. And then on your inhale, lift up again. So press your feet down, send your hips to the ceiling. If you want to deepen your back bend, you can clasp your hands underneath your booty and maybe even start to snuggle your shoulders underneath your chest a little bit. Breathe in. Breathe out, lower down. We'll do one more back bend. So big full inhale. Big full exhale. And then inhale, press all the way back up to bridge pose. One more breath in. Breath out, lower down to the mat. Bring your legs to butterfly. So bring the soles of your feet together at center line and drop your knees out wide to the edges of your mat. Hand on your belly, hand on your heart. Take another moment to tune in with the vitality in your body and to tune into the sensations present. And maybe areas that felt tight or stuck when we started practice feel more loose now. Maybe you feel the burn of transformation in muscles in your body, or you'll feel it tomorrow. Acknowledge yourself for showing up, for rolling out your mat, and for making space for yourself in your schedule today, making space for your own well-being. On your exhale, hug your knees into your chest and rock side to side. I just like to rock my knees side to side. Or sometimes I'll make circles on the ceiling with my knees, and it just feels really good on my low back. Like this pose is just pure enjoyment for me. And then switch directions if you're making circles. On your exhale, bring both feet down to the mat and cross your right ankle over your left knee so that your legs make a figure four. We do this one on our chair sometimes in morning meeting or manager shift. The same kind of idea. If this doesn't feel like very much of a stretch through your right hip, you can clasp your hands behind your left thigh and pull your thigh closer to you while you use your right elbow to press your right knee away. You guys stay right there. Excuse me for 1 second. Just stay in your hold. Stay with your breath. Take a few more breaths in your reclined half pigeon on the right. One more inhale. And then exhale, bring both feet down and switch. Cross your left ankle over your right knee. And then check in. Is this enough for you on this side? Or do you need a little something extra? And if you need a little something extra, feel free to reach behind your right thigh and pull your legs closer to you. And then I kind of nestle my left elbow in to my left, like inner thigh, really close to the knee, and use that to press my knee away while I pull my right thigh and my right ankle towards my torso. And that creates a really deep stretch through the hip on my left side. Keep breathing. Notice if there's anywhere else you're holding physical tension and let it go. Take one more big breath in. Breath out, bring both feet back to your mat. Scooch your hips a little bit over to the left, and then drop your knees over to the right. Keep both shoulders down and look over towards your left shoulder for a supine twist. This is a big, deep, juicy twist. If anything feels sharp shooting, stabbing, or tingling, back off. But if you're feeling just like an all-around stretch or like a sensation of transformation, stay in it. Get curious about what you can let go of to stay in this twist. You cool down and slow back down. Notice your breath start to slow, your heart rate slow. Maybe along with those physical indicators of ease, you notice your mind is a little more at ease as well. Your inhale, lift your knees to center. On your exhale, scoot your hips over to the right and drop your knees over to the left. Look over your right shoulder. Keep breathing. On your inhale, lift your knees back to center. Shift your hips back to the midline. Send both legs long to the corners of your mat and rest your arms alongside you for Shavasana. Final resting pose. This is the most important pose of your practice. So every time you start to think about your what's next, like what you've got waiting for you when you get off your mat, turn your attention away from that and onto the sensations present in your body, onto your breath. Put your attention onto actively letting go of what you don't want to take off the mat with you. Give yourself permission to relax completely. I will let you know when it's time to come out. Take a deep breath in and exhale, let something go. Wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes, roll your wrists and ankles. Gently wake up your arms and your legs. And then inhale, take a big full body stretch. And exhale, make your way up to your seat. Just come to a comfortable seat. Bring your hands together at heart center. Take this moment to acknowledge yourself again, as many times as you need to, as many times as you deserve, which is like a million, for rolling out your mat, showing up, doing the work. Acknowledge your body for carrying you through, for moving you through your practice, through your day, through your life. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, let it go. The light in me sees and honors light in you. Thank you for letting me share this practice. Thank you for letting me share an hour of your day. Thumb knuckles to forehead, and together we bow and say, Namaste.
Namaste.
Good work. Thank you, guys. That was a very fun hour.
Thank you, Lisa.
My pleasure. Enjoy the rest of your day.
We miss seeing you.
I miss getting to be there, but like morning times are already pretty crazy pants.
I totally get it.
So,
But thank you for this.
my pleasure. I'll see you guys next week.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you. Bye, guys.